Alright, I was trying to use a external mic for my GoPro and I was having some issues, so I'm going to try to narrate a little bit, fill in the blanks. Started out as a pretty cold morning. Got the dogs out, I think it was in the lower 30s. Sun was out though, which was nice though, so it didn't feel as cold as it might have been if it was cloudy. Got Topper and T out.
Huh.
Not really finding anything early in the morning so far. Topper and T. T's on point. Topper backing. Just got that single. Heard it behind me, but I missed. There's some foreshadowing what's going to happen the rest of this video, for me anyway. Alright, headed back to the buggy, moving on. Alright, we got R and V out now. R's just running and bouncing around. This is where my external mic cut out, so I don't have anything now. And I don't think it worked the rest of the weekend. I do have audio from the GoPro that I put on the front of the buggy though and point it when we get off. Here's V here. Probably one of her last hunts. She's 14 years old. Still fun to watch though. So I put some of these clips in here just to get them in, because I had a fun video like probably 8 years ago when she was a young dog, and she's been on all of them since then. She was actually with R, I think, both days, and she was on some fun shots, so that's good. It's cool. Nothing there though. We're heading back to the buggy. Ride around some more. All right, now this is interesting. This is a first for me for sure. And my dad's always saying, yelling at the dogs to get out of these palmetto patches because of snakes and hogs and stuff like that. There's like no quail in here. And sure enough, we're trying to get them out of there. I'm trying to like walking on the edge of it. And then I hear something behind me. You look down the lower right there. There comes a hog right behind me. That was pretty surprising. It's like, oh shit. And so R's kind of taken off after him. And I got to hustle back to the buggy and try to get the collar or the tracker so we can put the brakes on him and try to get him back before he goes too far. And he actually didn't go that far, so that was good. We didn't have to spend a whole bunch of time tracking him down. He broke off his pursuit, so that was good. There he is. It's only a less than a minute. And that was basically the end of the first day. It was a slow day. Didn't find a lot of coveys, but tomorrow's another day. It's definitely a lot warmer this day too. And these clouds are super cool. Try to get a couple shots of these in. Like right here. We got B and Bo out. Didn't get any shots of them yesterday. I mean, I had a video, but it was all kind of similar stuff where we didn't find anything. They definitely get into more action today. There was nothing here, though. I just liked that shot. It looked really cool, and I really like those clouds. All right, this is kind of interesting. I kind of speed it up a lot because I cover a lot of ground. If you look across at all those trees, that's where I end up at. This is B. She's on point, but she's really convinced that there's some birds here, so she's kind of running around. So I just speed it up instead of doing the normal cuts. And because I don't have any audio or anything, it makes it easier too. So when you speed up, it doesn't sound as bad. So stop there. Nope, nothing there. So here she keeps going. I'm following her, kind of letting her do her thing. Bo's also out here doing some stuff. So she's on point. I kind of speed it up again, and she kind of moves off. Then I'm going over to Bo. Bo's on point. He's in this truck tracks here. Nothing there. So I'm like, all right. So he goes off. I look back over at B. She's down there on point again. So I kind of like hustle my fat butt up there. And as soon as I get kind of close to her, takes off again. No birds. She's tracking down these tire tracks, these truck tracks. So I'm convinced that like some birds have been around here all over the place. She keeps going. All right, maybe this time. Nope. Oh wait, there is one. Startled me a little bit. Miss. Just that one, though. At least it paid off. And here comes the buggy Uber. Alright. Here we are. I got the audio from the GoPro that's just sitting out here and kind of zoomed in a little bit. B was on point. I'm going to cut in some POV footage as well. So there's B and Bo. There goes a bird. Miss. So we're kind of standing around thinking, all that for one bird. They're letting the dogs kind of work around, and they're still really interested, but not really stopping anywhere. So we're just kind of chatting. Looking around. Oh, there goes another one. Bumped one right there. It's like, oh, okay, so two. Not just a single, but there's two there. It's like, all right. Still chatting. Still just kind of talking, looking around, letting the dogs run. And I'm still thinking about those misses. So at this point, we're going to head back. And I just, still thinking about the misses. I kind of pull the gun up and just kind of make sure I'm like mounting it. And as I'm doing that, quail flushes right next to me. I should have got that one. I was basically like a sporting glaze. I had a gun mounted. I didn't even know there was a bird there, but I was mounted right there. And that's what I'm talking about right here. It's just like, how could I miss that? It was like wide-eyed. But that's what happened. So, talked some more, let the dogs run some more. Then started heading back to the buggy, and then looked over, and there's B on point again. So we're like, all right, well, let's go check that out. Probably another single over there. Oop, there it goes. My dad takes it. he gets it. Using a 28 gauge. No issues. So we're waiting for them to retrieve, for B or Bo to retrieve. I'm not sure which one grabbed it. And then I think it was either one. One of them didn't come back. They kind of dropped it, so he's just going over to grab it. So it's like, all right, whatever. And as we get there, another bird flushes, and then another one in front of me. So I track this one that's just in front of me and kind of do a spin around. And then there's more that flushed behind me. So I think like 3 or 4 or 5 flushed right there. That's after we took a shot. These birds are holding tight. And she goes on point again, so we kind of walk over there. But nothing this time. And I think that was the end of that one, but that was pretty cool. All right, so now we headed back to the buggy, and this here is there. T was on point, kind of pointing at the palmetto, and we're like, all right, we're getting tired of these. There's like probably nothing there, but we get off anyway because it's like he kind of relocated on the other side. You can kind of see him on the right, and then this single quail flushes. We're like, all right, but he kind of gets behind the trees, and I lose it and don't even take the shot. And then he kind of breaks off and is like looking for some more, and we're like, just a single? It's like, might have been, who knows. But as we were kind of waiting and letting the dogs run and kind of walking around and then making the decision to go leave and get back on the buggy, we saw one other quail flush. And then I think Topper here pointed a palmetto bush there. And as I was walking over there, another one flushed. So there was like at least 3 or 4 that were there. They just weren't bunched up. And this is kind of more continuation on like... went down around the corner and they were on point again here, but along these palmetto patches, and I was on alert from that hog yesterday, so I kind of grabbed this stick here and I'm kind of looking in. I can definitely see where they're bedded down, either hogs or like deer or something, but I was like, yeah, I had enough of that.
Hey, give him a drink of water. Come here, guys. Must have been one of them singles landed in there and ran around, you know. Whoa!
All right. So this one, this is R and V later in the day, and this is a nice covey here. It's coming up. There's definitely birds here. That's what I was talking about with V. There goes one. Come around this way, more flush. Lost count how many there were. Kind of reload and just kind of walk out there a little bit while the dogs are relocating and circling back around. There goes another one. Here's V on point again. Really wanted to try to shoot a bird over her, but she's got a lot of heart. She looks great on point too. But nothing there. All right, I think this is the final covey. We kind of around this little patch here, and then we're kind of the birds are on the move because Bo is pointed. There goes one, goes another one. They're kind of behind these trees, but Bo was pointed up on that corner, and they were moving on them. So they were kind of spread out, not bunched up too much. We kind of expected this. So we got a couple flush and took some shots, and then there's the last one right there. So I think majority of the covey went through this little opening here, and we shot at the ones that were kind of straggling, and then headed back to the buggy, and then kind of spent a few minutes chatting. And I was, as you saw the text there, it's not me complaining about my gun, but I definitely had some weird issues going on with it, where I was having issues trying to get it to lock up. There's some stuff that was like in the action. I have no idea how that got in there. So that's kind of what this is right here. But all in all, it was a fun trip.